You look massive next to me here. I don't like that. Everybody who I normally train with is like
just stand in the foreground.
Right, no, you go back and I'll come here. Right, we'll do a quick little intro. Yes, people, welcome back to Pearson Fitness. We are here with the big man, Finn Stanley from Mic'd Up episode 3. Probably the biggest lad that I have trained with by far.
Stop it.
Definitely. We're like the same height and you've got like 20 kilograms on me?
Ish.
What are you, 120?
120, light at the moment.
120? Oh, that doesn't make me feel as bad then. I'm 96, but in for legs, pioneer performance, second time I've trained here. Should be fun. What's the session plan at the minute?
Going to be good. So slight quad bias today.
Lovely.
So I have 2 leg sessions. You have 2 leg sessions a week, right? 2 leg sessions a week. Quad bias today. Posterior bias early in the week. So we're going to do some isolated knee flexion extension, and then we're going to work through mid-range on the hack squats, lengthen range on the pendulum squat, and then finish off a little bit of calf work at the end.
Lovely. Because I definitely, you've got like big calves for a big man, to be fair.
Yeah, this one's way bigger than this one.
Just got one.
So many injuries. It's got one little calf. So always.
Well, at least you've got one big one. I've got nothing.
That way.
Right, come on, then we'll jump straight into it. Let's get started.
All right, let's do it. Split squat and mini band, and we'll just like superset between us.
Right.
To be fair, I normally have arm working on my leg day as well.
Ah, right. I could do with some arms, to be fair.
Always have bicep working, but we can spot each other because like normally I'm not spotting.
Yeah.
Someone with me, so today I'll just push a little bit and do some spotting. So I'm just going to go 10 on each side, and I'll just do like a single leg split squat. So,
got you.
But then I'll get a mini band. And whoever's not split squat, you can mini band. I'll go 10 right, 10 left, and then up and down twice with that. And I'll do that twice, and that'll be sufficient.
Do you get much knee pain just doing that to start with, or is it just all fine?
I used to get a lot of trouble with the right knee since I've had the Compex, so
yeah,
it's just things have just been like a world apart. I got it during COVID, so I've not really had a chance to put it into many of my clients' programs yet.
Yeah.
But then now I've got a few people running a few phases of it, so it'll be interesting to sort of see how that maps out over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It was recommended by the physios we've got here.
Yeah. Just say I've got one from when I used to play. So I've used it with a few of my clients. So maybe I've had a few who have done the ACLs, so it's just a little bit of activation beforehand.
Yeah, so that's where I first came across it. Client rehabbing an ACL, but she was pulled off her rehab program pretty quickly by the physio at the time. So we started using the physios here. They were the ones that told us this.
Yeah.
So our ability to load the actual joint was just so low.
Because say I couldn't actually contract my quads at all when my knee pain was that bad. It's the same sort of thing.
So we managed to just sit her in a 90-degree knee flex position.
Yeah.
And work away with it. They're so good. I got a client, and she's a great trainer, and she's really clued up, but just couldn't get any contraction ever. Just couldn't feel a lot of the muscles working.
Yeah.
Because of how she's been trained previously. So we've taken quite a lot of time just to make people aware of where the muscles are, what movements work them, what the contraction feels like, and then you know what you're trying to feel when you're training.
Yeah.
As opposed to
just doing the movement.
This bar goes up and down 10 times.
Yeah.
Sweet, job done.
And that's what a lot of people instantly just like, especially PTs, they just go, right, we're going to do this movement, lift as heavy as we can, and hopefully we'll build muscle. Whereas, especially when you've had people who have had a lot of injuries, you want to just slow things down and actually get them working what they want to work.
People just have this pre-established idea of what an exercise is, i.e. the squat, it looks like that, it is awesome for this and that, because Men's Health told them, and some guy in the gym once did it and he had jack legs, so it must work.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of sort of dispelling myths with people as well.
Yeah. There's a lot of lads who are big with squatting, big squats, little legs. They just end up
just using great biomechanics.
Yeah. Which us big lads have to kind of conquer, don't we? We don't really have the best biomechanics for stuff. Where did you play rugby then?
In Liverpool.
Uni?
Actually, I only just started just before I went to uni,
Yeah.
And then played through university.
Yeah.
It was good. It wasn't. I didn't really do anything like that when I was a kid. I didn't play any team sports.
Yeah.
Sort of parents brought me up quite soft, really. Not through their fault, just through the sports I was doing.
Yeah.
So it was quite nice to have a play around with things like boxing and rugby.
Yeah.
vent some aggression. It was really good. But then once I got injured and I could no longer do it, I just switched off completely. I didn't watch it anymore, didn't talk about it anymore.
It's similar to myself.
Didn't do anything because it's not nice watching, thinking I wish I was doing that.
I could be doing that sort of thing, yeah. So I was, with the last video I did like this, he's the lad who's got the gym I mentioned before, it's just in Dunstan, so he used to play in Newcastle with me. In our age group, like around our age group, we've had a lad who's played in, like, or lads who play in the Premier League, lads in the World Cup. There's a lot of the Slovakian lads plays in the World Cup.
Nice.
For Slovakia. Lads who are playing now like A-League in Australia, like we were all the way through like Adam Armstrong. Southampton now, he's Premier League obviously, he's my age. It's kind of like so frustrating when you're like, at one point we were like same sort of level, and that was the stepping stone that we were going to sort of the path that we were going to go on, so it is hard when you...
there's just so many people don't make it.
Yeah,
it's like you
small percentage, isn't it?
Think how many young males or females have stepped in a gym at any point.
Yeah.
Then how many actually manage to get in a remotely good physique. Then how many actually go on to being a physique competitor. It's just the numbers dwindle, and in football, clubs are they're there for business. People forget this. And they should have more of a moral obligation to take care of people's physical and mental well-being, but it's
business,
a business model,
it's
right?
I know.
There's 1,000 more kids knocking at the door, so slow tempo?
Yeah.
Like 2-2-3-3 or something like that?
Yeah.
And we'll just sort of work our way up through the weights.
Nice.
Nice and smooth, nice and controlled.
Because I know your young ones is this Sunderland?
Yes, he's at Sunderland, Finn's at Sunderland.
Are they doing much different now, like support-wise for them? Education and stuff, are they getting better?
Interesting, so now he's on day release, so on Wednesdays they go out for the day. They've got a sports psychiatrist who's done a few things with them, and they get a little bit more support on it, and to be honest, the coaches are pretty good, they communicate. It's his mum that deals with all the admin side of it. To be fair, she does a great job.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's more, and as parents we do as much as we can just to make him aware of all these things.
Yeah.
Quite lucky that I sort of work in this realm a little bit.
So you know a little bit more about it?
Yeah, just come across it a few times.
That's one thing, like, my dad wasn't a physio or anything like that, and he was an old school footballer, so it was kind of one of them things like, right, I've had an injury, ibuprofen, stick a bit of ice on, get a jog on and you'll be fine.
Well, different game back then, of course, and his genetics or his look or whatever might have been slightly different.
Yeah.
Right, sweet, so we'll work up to a weight where you can get somewhere between 12 and 15.
Nice. It's nice having not having to adjust the machine. We're about similar heights, to be fair. It's fucking nice. I was training with Matthew, I was like, fucking have to change it in between everyone.
I like it when I go out with somebody who's tall, because I can just have a conversation with them.
Level, I know. I find it weird, you know. I find it weird when you're like same eye level with someone.
Or if you see someone taller and you're like, what?
You must be massive.
And you don't want to do what everybody does to you and gawk at him and go, mate, you're massive. Right, sweet. Got my working weight. Work your way up, see what you sort of...
Yeah. As long as I'm hitting anywhere between 8 and 50, I'm not really too fussed. Well, you're high reps, aren't you?
I'll be slightly higher rep, yeah. So you stick with whatever program wants. Right, sweet, so we'll go 3 sets.
Yeah.
Then I'd normally throw in a bicep curl in between, so if you want to chuck that in as well.
I'll do a little bit, yeah.
So we'll go first set natural failure by ourselves, and then we'll do supported on the last 2 sets.
Yeah. Nice, man. Come on then. Good. I'll see what that feels like for one.
Yeah, just jump in.
Yeah, I'll go a little bit like. I'll go a little bit higher than that. Just a little bit.
Yeah, good. Solid contractual. Yeah, so we'll go same weight for the second set.
But we'll go push it a little bit more.
We'll just spot through them.
Do you normally start with these isolations first? Most of the time.
Pretty much all of the time.
I prefer it, especially on legs.
So especially like if it's something short range.
Yeah.
James gone over that with you, like short range.
Shoot in the different ranges, yeah, start with the short ranges.
I mean, there's arguments for putting short range first or last, and for putting isolation first and last. It doesn't, personal preference to some extent, but your short range is going to die quicker
as you go through.
It makes sense to put it through at the front, and this, like forcing out reps on this isn't going to fatigue you enough that
it's going to mess you up, no, like it warms my joint up a little bit, and especially starting with it. I always find, especially leg extensions, sometimes when I go into it later, my joint's a little bit irritated at the top. Like I struggle to kind of feel like something needs to pop, but when I start with, I feel fine. Yeah,
and you get people who work the opposite way, so they might find they need to do some hamstring work first.
That helps me, to be fair.
So that the knees work better. But especially on leg day, I like to get this out first. Upper body though, you'll see me doing like lateral raises and pec flies early on as well. Saves overloading the hell out of things like your lower back and other joints when you're lifting on your compound exercises. Which I'll always just bring back to being tall. It's just because I'm tall. It's not fair.
We are a little bit more. We are a bit more prone to little niggles and stuff, man, especially joint wise. Come on then, let's push it. Go. Nice. Come on then. Go. Nice. Up. Come on then. Go.
And again,
Up. Come on. That's it. Push it. Lock it out. Nice. I'll go 190.
When you say something to get off when you're mid-rep, it can't not come out aggressive. Like, you're so tight. So, push out. Nice. Push now. Come on, there we go. A few more, come on. Let's go. Up. Let's go with it. And now we'll go one more. Go. Now. Tempo down, yeah? Tempo. Good.
It's a burn. Have you competed bodybuilding or anything? Or has it just been
men's physique a few years ago?
It's
like just a little local one. And somehow, I think I gave it a second.
Was it?
Like, that was a bag of bones. I look back at the pictures and I'm like...
What federation was it?
Couldn't even be on...
Not an NPC or something, what was it?
I don't know, I can't remember, I don't want to say. There's a local one out like Chelsea Street Way somewhere.
Right.
But I was not in any way thick or muscularly endowed.
You were probably better than you thought you were though. Probably would have been.
It was very lean, definitely very lean. Like if they were going off condition, then happy days.
Come on then.
Oh, right, hand positioning. For people like us, that's a bit of a pain to hold, and you find your arms aren't reaching. If you reach back and get your arms down there.
There you go. That's a tall man setting then.
Tall man tip.
Come on. Yes, you. Come on then. Let's go. Drive it. Good. Nice and slow that way down. Up. Come on then. Good. Go. Good you. Knock it out. Nice. Come on, control it. Up. Good. Lock it. Control. Nice. Let's go, mate. Up. Good. Strong. Nice. Up. Go. Drive. Stay on the pad. Good. Slow down. Good that. Nice.
Motherfucker.
It's trying to control it down when someone's assisting you, it's like, fuck it.
Nice. Now we're working. Let's go.
Come on, you.
Oh. Fight now. Fight. Let's go. Go. Straighten them, that's it. And there's two more, maybe three. Let's go up. Straighten. Hold it. Slow. Go again. Come on. Up. Come on. Get them straight. Tempo. Go one more. Last one. Up.
No.
Hold it.
No.
Nice.
You don't need a bicep workout when you're working with me doing that.
Nice. classic thing of thinking there's more in it than there is, isn't it?
And last year we've gone like,
woo. Yeah, they weren't. The range dropped off a little bit. I wasn't helping much.
Oh, J legs.
Hey?
You're not too fussed on rest period wise, you just rest until you're ready to go?
Yeah, so I've played around with a few different things for that. So I've tried timing the rests. Then just sort of freestyling them and going off a percentage of how recovered I think I am.
Yeah.
Which I think works quite well.
Yeah, I think sticking time periods on things. Like I'm quite strict. If someone sets me something, I'll stick to it.
Yeah.
But sometimes, especially if you're going all out on like a compound, you need a little bit long because I'm still kind of recovering cardio-wise.
As your weight goes up as well, you'll find that you need a longer rest.
Yeah.
Because your cardio is
just trying to keep the cardio going. It's one thing I've got my condition's all right. It's just the strength that I need to keep on slowly building.
Yeah, rest period, like especially on the first half of the program, I'll just do whatever's comfortable.
Yeah.
To be honest, near the end, I probably could do with timing that better because I've got a tendency to drift off a little bit. And
especially when you've got limited time to train, I think. Like with us being, if you're busy, you need to be on it.
There are some clients who I definitely do time the rest with because
some of them chat to.
We just end up talking a lot.
Yeah.
Them or me. And you can say to someone, that's enough, hold that thought, finish the conversation after.
Yeah, I've got a little timer thing. When the timer goes off, it's like, right, shut up, do your reps. So we'll talk in between.
Perfect. So again, I'll just work way through weights. We'll find a working weight. Just 2 sets on this.
Spot on. My hammies are my weakness, to be fair. Big weakness.
When was your last leg day?
Sunday. I feel fine.
It was on Sunday. Okay.
Yeah, it was. I've had plenty of recovery. It's my my left hamstring, for whatever reason, just doesn't want to. I can't contract it as much. I don't know if it's my knee. I don't have as much range in that left side. I don't know if it's because my patella surgery just limits me, or it's something else. But just can never get as far as short.
Have you tried it when it's unloaded?
I think it's pretty.
Give it a go. Lay on your front, and then just contract your right up as far as you can, and then go with your left. There you go.
Is it much difference?
Yeah, it's big enough. And then just relax. Just tell me when you feel like tension in your quad.
So it's not too bad.
So there's something restricting that there.
Yeah, it's my left hip.
It?
My hips want to shoot up.
So like the problem isn't that
the hamstring
necessarily the hammies aren't pulling it.
Yeah.
It's that just that knee maybe just doesn't go where that knee wants to go to.
Yeah, my right hip's staying down. My left one's wanting to pop up. Yeah, I can feel it a little bit in there.
What the restriction is, I don't know. You work around with it and you can find out, or you just like, well, that's just
my pelvis is off centre a little bit. My left leg's
probably something in the knee because we isolated the. Could be something up there, but
I've had patella surgery on there.
Okay.
That'll be what it is.
It doesn't matter. It just means that when you're doing something like this, if you go too far, you're either using momentum or your right's doing it all.
This fails way before my right and it cramps up.
Yeah, it will. So don't go. So just go as far as your left will allow you to go.
Yeah.
And just call that your range for now, and just do all your work in there. Because again, like the range is good enough for you to be able to run, jump, football. You definitely be able to hypertrophy your hammies. That's not damaging you. And then if you're worried about it, you go and see a physio and they'll give you a more in-depth
physio,
idea of what it is.
Straight in now?
Yeah, working set.
That little touch? Yeah, go on then. Nice. Hardly anything on that. Go on then. Hardly anything. Nice. Nice. Barely touching it. Are you going all the way down on this one? Are you just shy?
So I'm going slow, so I've still got my hamstring contracted.
Yeah, so just a little, completely
It's never
straight.
gone. I'll watch you through it and see, but I'm going as straight as I can go.
Yeah.
And maintain it.
About there. Does that look about right settle wise?
Forwards a half centimetre. There you go, see your knees just under there.
Yeah, got you.
Good, and then go down and just see how far you can go. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, good.
Just don't let it drop off at the end, you're good. Good. There you go, now you've changed your tempo. This is true work from the left. Just get it, come on. Go that left, 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 left. Up. Let's go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Put the brakes on. Leave on that one for our first set. Sweet.
I like fatigue so quick.
Do you know what? I get really, really good connection with my hammies. Like my quads, yeah, they're sore.
Yeah.
That's not a comfortable exercise, but my hammies, man, just get it.
I
wish I had a connection like that on every other.
It feels like I feel the same with the bicep curl on that. Like it's the same sort of sensation. I connect with it quite well.
So total off, nothing in the biceps.
Yeah, they're not.
Getting there now, getting more from it.
Mine not too bad. Right, the hamstrings just like 2 sets of that. My legs like jelly.
Yeah.
Do you RDL as well?
I actually hate deadlifts. I fucking hate them. So they're the first thing that gets dropped from a program if I've not got time.
Yeah.
Like a year and a bit ago, just after lockdown, I RDL'd like 200 and now I'm down to 145.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've just not got much love for them.
See, I quite enjoy them, but I feel like I've got to be, especially because I've still got that little L5 slip vertebra. Right. I've just got to be really, like my warm-ups take ages. That's the thing, it takes a lot of time to get up to that top set. I'm probably at 140-ish now, so it's quite strong, but just takes, it's like I literally have to go from warm-up 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, rather than like starting at 60 and jumping up.
Right.
I just need to make sure I'm locked in a lot, because if I lose it, I can feel my back straight away.
Maybe do something to work around that, like core work, trunk work.
Dead bugs, I do a lot of dead bug stuff.
Isolated flexion, extension, and that sort of stuff. Dead bugs, they're good. I use dead bugs a lot with clients, but they're maybe not giving you the intensity which you need.
Yeah. I've done a lot of stuff, but see, I'm feeling my hammies just putting that camera down now already.
Yeah, that's it. Once I've done one set,
I'm done.
I go to change the weight, and I'm like, you fucker.
Yeah. Instantly. Come on, they're never working. That's it. Nice. And again, go. Nice, let's push it, come on. Go. It's just that after burn as well. There he is. To be fair, I didn't realise I had this on. Didn't actually realise that all. That's shocking going to someone else's gym wearing your own gear, right, isn't it? It is shocking.
Self-promotion.
Yeah, I'm good, how are you?
Yeah,
not too bad.
Good. Yeah, so that one just bobbed off the pad a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice. All the way through, come on. Nice. Last few. Dig those heels, let's go. Come on. Keep it going, there you go, you got it. Nice. See if we can get another. Let's go. Now stick on it. Stay with it. Yeah, you got it in the top. Let's go one short. One more. 70% of the way up, let's go. Fight now, come on. And then slow down. Nice.
I need some carbs. I need me intro workout now. I'm dying.
Yeah, like when I was at the peak of my calories, I was having like 2 intra shakes. Each one of them had like either 60 or 90 grams.
I've got 80 carbs at the minute.
So it was like,
it's like syrup, then you can make.
It's 180 days, so it would have been 120 during my training. It just gets really sickly, really sticky.
I know. I've got a bit of salt in it as well, so it's like a weird texture. It's just my right side.
Yeah.
It's just that ankle.
We're not going to go anywhere near that much dorsiflexion on this at all.
Ah, that's all right then.
So you're
most of the time, to be fair, when I'm on a half squat and stuff, I can just adjust my feet.
Way better than my...
It's just that like pops back in halfway through the set.
So my left one is good. The right one's just like, that's it.
Yeah. It's just
that's what's led up here through like knee and hip problems as well. Because I've been trying to do exercises which I thought I could get into and I
can't. It's my quad, like above my tendon now, quad tendon. But it's been fine the last 3-4 months. It's been fine. No issues at all. Just do it as safety.
Yeah, the pictures of my quads and my VMO pre-Compex are just, they're a bit
I might have to get back on it then if it's
like the size differences.
Yeah. Are you fussed on foot placement and stuff on this? Is it just?
So I use this one because I can go fairly narrow.
Yeah.
So I tend to have a little toe.
Yeah.
Just on that line there.
I've started doing that a little bit more because I think I'm very VMO dominant, and I struggle on the outside. Don't know if it's like an old school bodybuilder thing, but he was saying go a little bit more. Nah,
that's sort of been disproven.
Is it just genetics?
Like foot positioning and which part of your quad you're going to isolate in an exercise isn't something.
Is that automatically off?
Push down. So yeah, it depends on how you've been moving. So as you know from like injuries.
Yeah.
From my injury.
Yeah.
I switched, or my body somehow switched its quad biasing as to which ones it was pulling from in what position or whatever. I don't have the knowledge to be in depth on that.
Yeah.
That's where you can use the Compex for that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Getting pretty fancy and pretty advanced, be worth speaking to someone like a well-versed physio in the Compex, or I'm hoping that Compex at some point will come out and do some sort of course where they'll offer physios, PTs, whoever's using their stuff to go and train in various stuff, which should be pretty cool.
You're doing stuff for Integra at the minute, aren't you?
That a little bit wider.
Go a little bit wider.
I went on a course in London the other week. A couple of the people are doing the anatomy lab with them at the moment.
Yeah. Decent.
Dan and Matt, you're halfway through the RTS stuff. Yeah, good. He's just a really good coach as well. Like he teaches well. The class flows well.
That's one thing I probably need to get back into because I've been so focused on growing my business and getting clients in. I've kind of neglected the education. I've been doing obviously little bits. I'm looking into like the N1.
Yeah.
It's a guy called in America. Him. John Dewar. I follow.
I think James, who used to work here, I feel like he might have done the N1. Or he had Cassim's online portal, whichever. I don't know which one's which, but he definitely went with one of them.
But I know a lot of people do online stuff now, don't they?
Yeah, I think he was probably going that way anyway, and then obviously with COVID,
it's hit even more.
It more way. I like time during the week between training, trying to train myself, and then kids at the weekend is. It's very difficult for me to commit to a course where you have to do a weekly target, whereas I quite like the idea of going somewhere for a weekend and getting fully in depth. I think
I'd be similar to that because I'm like, my times I have off, I'm editing stuff like this. So it's like, I would have to sacrifice a little bit of this for it, but
I quite like to do it like that and go on a course. But the last few years I've not had much in the way of formal education. It's just been so good working here because these guys have done a bit. Yeah. We just share stuff every team meeting. Sam leads
I've seen you do team meetings and stuff. That's good.
It's ridiculous. Just by we've got a guy interning at the moment, and then we've got another lad, Todd, just starting. And just by being here and being at those team meetings, the amount you can pick up is a lot. So good, so good. And keep your knees in here, don't let them track too far. Yeah, don't go any further than that. That's good. Keep it in line. That's good, and isolate as we go. Boom.
That's not too bad actually. That's not too bad that. So you've added a band, haven't you? That's why.
Two bands, yeah, exactly.
That's not too bad.
You can probably get a bit more depth, to be fair. You
I'm just conscious of the back.
Feeling off there or anything.
You really take your time with your warm-ups. Just take as long as you need.
When I've got time, definitely. Something like this. Quad extensions. Not so
you
much,
can pretty much jump into it,
But again, this is my program. I've been doing it a few weeks now. I know where I'm at.
Yeah.
For you, it's different. New gym, new equipment.
Yeah, what we're doing to rep rise, just back off top or top set back off, or just
3 sets. So I was well within the 2 set thing, which I believe if you're with James, you're probably 2 sets.
2 sets, yeah.
But then it would the time and the faff of changing machine, warming it up, weighting it up, and doing another 2 set. I've gone back to 3.
Yeah.
It's just how I like
to stick with exercises a bit more.
The pendulum's just 2, the hamstring was just 2.
Yeah.
But this and the quads were 3. How did you feel at that depth? Like knee, back, and everything was fine.
Feel all right, yeah. Keep it like that.
So get it, yeah. And we want to be hitting a depth on it.
Yeah. What you want
there's a safety block there which you will hit. I hit that, so you must have only been a millimetre off that.
Yeah. It's one thing I've never used bands on the side of plates.
To be honest, actually, I probably didn't need it. If I hadn't put that 10 on, if I just put 15 on, I was just thinking.
It makes it look massive, doesn't it?
I'd have been fine.
I'll adjust that if I need to.
It does, yeah. I just don't want to go down and slip. So when I get to the top weight, I'm like, I put some shoes on.
That's the last thing that you want.
Definitely. I mean, with that much tension going for it, you're not going to slip either.
That's your knee
psychologically.
Come on.
So when I do it, you'll watch. I'll bias my right leg on the way down.
Yeah.
Because that's a shit leg.
Come on then.
2 more.
Let's go, come on. Right, good. Nice, dude, come on. Let's finish it. Go. Go yours, Rick. Nice. Nice.
Wait till I can see again.
It's always the worst thing, it's only leg day, it's the only time you ever start going dizzy.
Let's go. Come. Let's see that depth. Take it. There we go, I love that. Good control, good depth. One. Let's take it now. There you go, that's the depth, that's the one. Easy work. Fight with it. There you go, keep it moving.
One more.
Good tension that, good discipline. 2 more. There we go.
You're a cunt.
Go, stay with it, stay on the tension. Good, 1 more. Good set of 8, there we go. Keep the discipline now on this last rep. Stay with it. Come on. Nice. Good set up.
I hit the bottom on that.
That's alright.
My calves always go, you know.
Yeah, I've had my calves on that a little bit.
It's my little calves always end up twitching.
That's why I don't do my calves. I move all my arm work to the front of the session.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to put a load of calf work at the front of the session.
Yeah, I've started putting mine at the front.
I know if I do that, it's going to kick in on stuff like that.
Yeah.
Put me off.
I just do it purely to loosen my ankle off a little bit, but.
So I'll probably go 6 to 8 again, and final set 10 to 12, which is a shit set.
High reps sets are the killers, like.
Yeah.
They're absolutely horrible.
Spoken like a true lifter, calling 10 to 12 high reps.
Cardio. Anything above 5 reps.
12 high reps, high reps.
Let's go. Nice. Plenty in you. Come on then, good. These are the reps, come on. Oh, go, nice.
Couple more.
Come on then. Go. Come on, nice. Lock it. There we go. You don't need me here.
Tempo was a bit shit on those though. Just do it. What about discipline? Discipline, nice. See? So there you go, it's coming. It's getting out of that hole. Right there, let's go. Yeah, good. Oh, one more in there, let's go. Let's go, down.
Fuck off, come on.
Go, let's go, come on. So, knees are out. Good depth. Oh, stay with it, stay with it. Come on. There you go, look at that, fly it up. There you go. Definitely 3 more.
You're just doing this to me, aren't you? Just because I'm here. You're just getting your arm workout in. Oh, when did you go?
I wasn't touching it. I'm thinking it easy because we're on camera. I don't want people thinking I'm a slave driver. It's that.
I think it's a habit.
Ability to hold the discipline and tempo is so difficult to get some people to buy into and to instruct to them.
Yeah.
Just, you know.
I think mine's just a habit from doing loads of eccentrics rehab for my knees. That's all I was doing, just eccentrics. I think it's just a habit I've kept.
So obviously, textbook-wise, you wouldn't really want to be doing eccentrics with beginner clients.
Yeah.
It's going to make them sore for no necessary reason, but sometimes you find that you have to.
Just to slow them down.
Yeah.
Knees are bouncing all over the place.
Just dropping everything everywhere. So you end up doing quite a lot of slow work with them.
Come on. Good. Easy, mate. Plenty in you. Good.
So done.
Save a few.
Leaving 2 in the tank.
Yeah. Wait, am I leaving 2? Am I? You're not leaving 2.
No,
I'm leaving 2 as well.
2 forced reps late.
All right.
So yeah, 2 in the tank.
I never thought I'd hear you say that in a session. I thought you were just going to make me. I thought you were just being nice on yourself.
You're showing me someone bad who's like, fuck, there's a guy with a camera.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck him up.
Hammer him.
Because that's not an accurate representation of what we do.
What you actually train, yeah.
Or how you should train, how I should train.
I like that.
Good tempo, good control.
Nice. Your feet weren't level there. Is that all right?
Yeah. Good. Nice. Good time. All the way through. Stay with it. Easy. Nice.
Still find it hard to kind of judge that too.
Yeah.
Rep in the tank. That was probably just about right.
I mean, it's useful, but it's also so vague. I mean, 2 in the tank there, but we could have sped the tempo up a bit.
Yeah.
You could have bounced out the bottom a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like so. Realistically, someone could have dropped your form there and carried on.
And just got loads.
10 and been like, oh, now I've got 2 reps in the tank. So
Well,
any more than 1 or 2, like using reps in reserve. I think you see people talking about 4s and 5s.
Yeah, I know there's a lot.
4 or 5s.
I wouldn't feel like I've done a session.
No.
That's like with deloads, I'd rather just not go and train.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for training intensity, but how would you police 5? The difference between 3 and 5 reps left in a set. You have to be very, very in tune with the exercise, the loading, and how you train.
I wouldn't be able to do
Quite
that.
difficult to gauge.
What's your typical training week then at the minute? You see, is it twice a week you're just doing it at the minute, or is it?
Back up to 3, possibly 4.
Yeah.
So this weekend, I've not got the kids. Well, I'm seeing them for football Saturday morning, but then I've not got them Saturday afternoon, and Sunday. So I'm going to Liverpool to see a friend, but I'll just train when I get down there.
Yeah.
And that'll just be upper body, delts and arms, like a real easy session. So legs twice, upper body, hopefully twice. And then a weekend of surfing, skateboarding, football, mountain biking, who knows.
Doing better at Are you fussed about trying to still gain a lot?
Yes, well, I will lose weight, because I want to learn to surf, I want to lose weight. As soon as I lose it, I'm like, God,
I want to get bigger.
I hate that.
I want to get bigger.
Especially when you're single, you're like, it doesn't make any difference.
Yeah.
But if I gain 10 kilograms, that doesn't improve my
chances of getting someone.
To any women, really.
Yeah.
It's all in your head, isn't it?
No,
it's just men. They go on a night out. It's always just blokes.
That's all it is, literally. Women don't like that. They're like a dad bod, some of them. They're like a dad bod, some of them, mate. That's a proper dad bod.
I feel like I couldn't get with a girl who liked a dad bod.
Yeah.
Technically, this is a dad bod.
Yeah.
Twice over. So.
Big dad bod. You ate the last dad bod. You ate him. Don't you'll compete again, huh? Or you not really got that?
No.
So last
time I did it, the amount of things I would have to drop to do it.
Yeah.
Most of which would be time and quality with my kids.
Yeah.
I just can't see it happening. Like honestly, the steps and the energy I expend at a weekend doing what I want to do with my boys, which is we're out all day, bike ride, skateboard, football, just all day, whatever the weather. It just wouldn't work.
Yeah.
The last time I did it, I remember I was posing at home. My son was quite young at the time, and he had a big thing about being fat and not having a six pack, and therefore not being. And this is like a 8 to 12-year-old kid.
It's mental, that.
Just because he'd seen me walking around with a six pack all of his life as he knows it.
Yeah.
So now he thinks anyone who doesn't have a six pack
is a normal sort of thing.
That's the weird ones. And he developed a bit of a thing with that, and I wouldn't want to do that again. It's too risky.
Yeah. I think it's just your life values have completely changed now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll definitely do photo shoots again. I'll do a photo shoot this summer. But the difference between a photo shoot condition and then like a competition condition is
different. Yeah. It's like an extra 6 to 8 weeks, you think?
Yeah.
Longer, maybe.
Depends on your photo shoot, I guess. But you could argue 10 or
Yeah.
And that 10 weeks where I've seen people where they can't get off the sofa.
Yeah.
They can't move.
I know.
They can't talk. Never mind parent. Train 8-9 clients a day. It's not going to happen.
That's why I've always, because I've packed in football now, I had a word with James about it, saying because I don't have that competitive sport to kind of prep for. I kind of miss that. I enjoy being an athlete, and I'm kind of like
it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Like having done it, sports like that competitiveness for sports. It's a much shorter time phase than roller. So you get each session, so you get a few goes a week, and then you get a game once a week. And if that game's shit and you miss it, you've got another game next week. And you've got a day to turn off in between. So you get loads of bang for your buck, so to speak, in your competitiveness. Whereas training for bodybuilding, it's one
show, and it's also based on opinion rather than how hard you've worked.
Long prep to then go into an incredibly subjective situation against someone who, depending on their genetics and what gear they're taking, no chance of winning anyway.
I know.
You can argue that in sports as well, but short-term sporting goals on a weekly rotation are for me way better.
I know.
I want to play a sport this week or skateboard this week or do better this week as opposed to I want to be in 6 months on stage. You should go and train with Neil for fitness attorney though. His perspective is.
He competed last.
Yeah, and he's having a year out to put on size.
Yeah.
Little chode, man. He's up to like 100 and something now. And
I follow him on Instagram.
He's like 2 foot tall.
Yeah.
But he'll give you the opposite perspective on that, which would be really good to see.
Yeah. He loves it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
See, I think a lot of people find it really productive in terms of because they're in that much of a regimented routine. The rest of life is so, and I kind of strive off routine, which is kind of a good and a bad thing.
He's one of them.
I love my routine.
Exactly. If he didn't have that, he'd be a mess.
Yeah.
Well, not a mess, sorry, Neil. But he thrives off having that routine and that structure. Yeah. And he lives for it. His girlfriend's incredibly supportive, and it just works really, really well for him.
See, I'm quite lucky with that. My missus is the same. She's used to me being quite like OCD, but that sort of I need to be up at this time. I need to do my mobility every morning this time. Very which has its pluses and negatives, isn't it?
Anyway, if you want to run a successful business and be self-employed, everyone should have that. To be honest, everyone in the world should have some sort of routine, and people who don't, I would say good for them, but I don't think good for them. I think there should be some element of routine, but to that level. But you should train with him, and you will leave feeling motivated in the opposite direction. You can't help but think, fuck yeah, man, I'm having a go at this.
Yeah, I quite like the suffering aspect of it.
Jump in and give it a go.
Go on then.
Yeah.
So do you have it on this angle? I was going to say, because I haven't been playing around with it, and I still haven't found a foot placement that I find better.
So I'm
quite high.
Knuckle of the big toe.
That might help me, because it's that. I think because I've been going wide. So where would you say? I
was looking at the shape and structure of your knee before.
Yeah.
So see how if I stand with a neutral foot, you stand with a neutral foot, you are now. That one's going that way, and that one is ever so slightly actually going this way. Yours are both quite
neutral,
coming
outwards. I've always had a tendency to squat like that.
But that's not just the way your legs want to go, right? That's just the shape of everything that you've got going on here.
Yeah.
Again, you see someone who knows a lot more about it and get it assessed if you really wanted to know. But from watching how you move and where you're comfortable and where they're pointing, you're not going to have the same movement as me.
Yeah.
Which means that your foot placement might reflect that slightly. This might come out slightly.
Yeah.
But the way your knees go will definitely reflect that.
Yeah. Obviously, you play around because it's always been that, but I've never had it on this sort of angle on the pendulum.
Take your time.
That already feels a bit better,
So you've got a big drop off.
Yeah.
At the top. Do a couple of reps and I'll stick the other band on.
Yeah.
Big drop off. Band at the top. Big drop off. Band at the top.
Hey, there we go.
Nearly nothing there. Band at the top.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's much better than what I've been doing. I've had it all the way on the bottom angle. My feet nearly at the bottom.
Right, yes, so you're gonna, your knee's going to come way over your toe.
Yeah.
So you get loads of quads out of it,
Yeah.
but might come at the expense of if your knee doesn't want to go that far, which we've seen from your left one before.
Yeah.
When you were laying down on the front, that knee doesn't go there, which means you're forcing it there.
Yeah, that feels a lot better. That feels much better.
So we'll load it quite light. We'll probably put 20,
yeah,
30 tops on and go with the bands. Yeah. So if you kick your knees in and push them over your toes, it probably feels very fucking weird for you.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, your position there is good. Watch it they don't drift too wide.
Yeah, I've got a habit of that. I don't know if it's my ankle.
So you keep it a little bit, but no, it's just.
Yeah, well, feels alright that.
It's a bit of shape of where your tibia comes up, femur comes down.
Yeah.
Just the shape that it's on, the shape that they like to join and the way they like to go, which will come from you living your life since you were little, forces that have gone through it and how they've grown. And,
I've always been like that.
You know, you were genetically born and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Goalkeeping, I was always like that.
So I was more the opposite. I was more of like a knee valgus person.
Yeah.
Which would explain my knee dislocated. Well, I wouldn't explain it, but it might have had something to do with my knee dislocating in that direction 3 times.
Yeah. See, I never understood why football don't have more of this. Like, the knowledge that you have is probably a lot more than what some physios that I've seen. All to do with biomechanics. And I watched, there was a video of the rugby lads, the England national doing upper body stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the movements, I'm like, they're not probably as optimal as, like they were doing the really close grip pull downs, and obviously we know now they're not really as.
The sympathy you've got to always give to an S&C coach, having done S&C coaching, like I was at Durham and every now and again you'd get a group of rugby lads come in and you'd have 20, 30 players.
You just need to pick an exercise
in for a team session. You can't, it's hard training 2 people with proper mechanics. It's hard training 1 sometimes.
Yeah.
You think the PT service that we deliver is just totally different.
Yeah.
1 hour for that one person, 2, 3, 4 times a week.
Yeah. You think big Premier League teams with the money they have.
Well, exactly. So then you're like, well, how much money does Newcastle have? How much do they spend on players, transfers, corporate, whatever? Why the fuck have they got an S&C team of 3, 4 people in a small basic gym?
Yeah.
You could have
even at the under-23s, it was one S&C coach for a group of 20, 30 lads. Sometimes if the 18s are mixing in.
Yeah.
Whereas and then obviously you see some players who get signed for big money and they don't play.
Yeah.
Like you see it at Newcastle, they've had a lot of lads who have spent. They were probably on 20, 30 grand a week to come in and they're not playing. It's like that money could be better spent.
Well, that's why you get, like when I was training Perez.
Yeah.
For the exact reason. He came in here and said, look, I want the best season that I've had and I'm going to go private so I can get the attention that I want and need.
And they don't like that.
The clubs don't, no, not at all.
They don't like it.
Because if they come in and go, I've got a PT, like you know for yourself, PT means, I don't call myself a PT, no one here calls themselves PT, we hate them. They're just like slimy little half-educated kids that want to go to Love Island.
Yeah.
Coaches, however, educated coaches are very different, but the club would freak out, like think how much that player is worth. And they're seeing someone that they don't know, they haven't vetted, they've not checked them, like that's just way too risky.
The thing is, they should be able to work with like, if they look at the facilities that they've got here and the coaches they've got to think, right, these know what they're doing, why don't we try and sort something out with them rather than like, just cut players going elsewhere.
I said, here's my details, pass them on to your S&C coaches and your physios and we can link up. Don't really want to do that. Right, so relatively light, relatively simple, probably 10 reps or so.
Yeah. Saving a few?
So I'm never going to go to failure on this.
Right.
Just because of, again, the range that I'm going at, and the control that I have on it, which is why that's my primary.
Yeah.
And the quad extensions,
you can go all out to it.
This is something that I'm just working on being able to build up. You might feel totally different on this.
Yeah.
And you might find that we can push on and crack a few more out.
Yeah.
Good time. Nice. A good little drop off there.
Yeah.
And then effort in at the top. Power through. There we go. Power through. Go on all the way. Nice, so we might be able to take a few on the next set. That matches you pretty nicely, actually.
Yeah, that kicks in a bit.
Just looking at the tempo and the way you're moving.
Yeah. Oh, dizziness keeps kicking in.
Oh. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty decent. Your control's good. Your range is good.
Yeah.
Does that left knee feel okay?
Feel fine. No, that setup's much better. Training tall lads.
So my story today is a guy called Dario.
Yeah.
He's same height. Used to train a guy called Dave who is, he might have had a half an inch on me to be fair. He's same height as me roughly.
I was going to say, do you find that you get a lot, because you're a tall lad, do you get a lot of tall people kind of
A few people message me on Instagram.
Yeah.
But they don't always live in Newcastle.
Yeah.
So I've had a few people message me from like America and stuff actually. But the advice which is specific to them because they're tall, but it's also advice which you would give to most people.
Yeah.
Like cuffing your flies. For
yeah, just taking care of your joints, innit?
Exactly. So like not necessarily loading all through here.
Because that's one thing on like Compex. I get a little bit, and from goalkeeping, I used to get a little bit of tennis elbow just from, so a lot of cuff stuff.
People do.
It's helped me.
And like the good old bro table push down and stuff like that, where they end up coming like here.
Yeah.
So they're not even coming into this range.
All the way in.
So yeah, a few, but not a lot. It's definitely an area you could go into, an area where people need help with.
Because for bodybuilding, tall's like 6 foot. Like what's Bumstead, like 6'1", 6'2" or something like that?
Yeah, just follow that guy called, I don't know what his real name is, but it's AKA Giant, AKA the Giant. I'll show you in a minute. I think he's like 6'5" or 6'6". It's like 150, 60 kilos.
Does he watch his train? Does he training like this, or does he just train heavy?
I don't know. I don't watch him that much. I wouldn't be able to say. As you know, I'm not much of an Instagram. I really don't pay much attention.
You're putting a bit more on, though. You're putting a bit more on. Yes, mate. Come on then. Good. Solid. Dizziness is getting me today, you know. Don't know what it is.
It's not dizziness now, it's just my,
it's just
my quads. Even though it's a light set, it's still.
Yeah. It's still when you're this long into a session, to be fair. To be fair, my rest periods normally aren't this long. I think I've got that habit of trying to like get through things.
Yeah, longer today because we're chatting more.
I know.
When you're on your own.
I find I'm feeling like the benefits of it resting a bit more now. Normally it's, I'm probably a bit quick through it, but it's just timing it. When you've only got an hour to get through stuff, you just...
My session, I've never an hour.
Yeah.
By the time I've pre-fed.
You Compex as well, don't you?
With my legs. And then legs, definitely not. I always assign 2 hours.
Yeah.
And ideally half to eat at the end, 2.5.
Yeah.
Upper body, fair enough, an hour and a half, but...
Yeah. We're seeing my push days are relatively alright.
Discipline now, tight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might find you can get a little bit more quad flex on that.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Yeah. So you can safely do it.
Yeah.
Got those bands on, we can still train this end.
Yeah.
Shortened range a little bit. Squeeze, 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 yeah. Squeeze. Good. You feel like you're dying on this machine way more. So you've always got a few left in the tank. Be surprised. That's it. We're strong in that bit. Push right through. Push right through. Come on. Yeah, good. Drive right up. Drive right up. Drive right up. Drive right up. Come on. Let's do 2 more. 2 more out, shall we? Match that 10. Let's go. Now go. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it. No, I didn't touch it. And again. Squeeze the top, remember. Let's go. Down. Now quads now. Quads now. Come on. Come on. Squeeze. 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 Go one more. Go one more. Last one. Come on. Then you can beat my 10. Let's go. Down we go. Last one. Last one. Now we squeeze. Stay with it. Stay with it. Come on. Come on.
Nice. Fucker. Oh, I'm sitting down. I'm never trusting you again, saying 2 more. 2 more. 2 more.
I bet you've done that to your clients many a time.
calf raises on there, is it?
No, I hack squat again.
Good one.
3 sets.
Yeah, nice.
This is where you might get some ground back. Like,
on the little calf? I don't think so. Like
footballers' calves are they've always got more power. They're deceptive.
I'm a retired footballer, man. There's a reason I retired.
Retired footballers.
There's a reason.
So you go down, almost pull into it like antib.
Yeah.
Pop up, little hold, back down, antib. Good range, eh?
Skinny but flexible ankles.
Like a gazelle, mate.
Used to be. What do you think of that knees over toe guy? Is that what we're doing? What we're doing on their calf raises?
Yeah, drop set. What do I think of what?
That knees over toes guy. I seen you were doing a little bit of the front foot elevated split squat stuff. You know, the ATG stuff.
It's like everything. It's like there's a lot of good information in it. There's a lot of sound theory, and you can take bits of it and apply it. But it's not the only school of thought you want to go.
I think he's marketed it very well.
Yeah.
I think a lot. It's just getting people to do range of motion stuff and mobility. I think.
So the one thing that always sells is what someone can do. And when they base a business on, hey, look, my knees go this far, and I don't have pain, therefore this is magic. I quite like your stuff, and I squat knees over toes quite often.
Yeah, I've been doing a little bit more of the sissy squat stuff. And
if you can get there, and if you can try, if you track it. So you get a jacked guy, fucking great genetics, he's buff as fuck, so he just sells shit programs, and people lap it up because he's buff as fuck. Or like a guy's really fast to sprint now, it's the fastest guy ever, and I train like this, therefore this is...
You can do it.
So you've always got to bear that in mind. But no, I quite like it. I think if people control... He's not just knees over toes, i.e. quads only. He does a lot of work around the ankle as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does a lot of
isolated dorsiflexion.
I've seen he's done a lot of like shoulder stuff as well. It's not just knee, like I've noticed. But I've started.
Yeah, now applying the principles to other joints around the body.
Yeah.
So there'll be lots of clients that you can take it and apply it to, and it will make great sense. Yeah. Then there's lots of people who
it's just not going to be right for.
Right now, with what they've got, wouldn't be right for.
It's like me a year ago. I had not a chance I would be able to, like, even doing this. Yeah. It's just one of them things that gradually, like, he said it took him like 2 years to get to the, like, over than 2 years.
But that's what a lot of people forget.
It's like, they think it's a 6-week program and they're in it.
It's like running. It's like when the Great North Run comes round, and everyone's like, oh, I'm going to do the Great North Run. Have you trained for it? No, I'll be fine. Yeah. And they got like 2 or 3 weeks to do it.
And they're like, oh, I'll do a few 5Ks and I'm in.
Should have taken them, they should have put a year into it, and then maybe they wouldn't be in the physio's office straight afterwards, crying about it. It's a lot. A bit of time.
Some
of the stuff that he does and talks about, and the positions that he uses, I quite like.
It's just debunking the myths of like knees can't go over your toes and stuff, which I think a lot of people, that's like the clients now think you can't do that.
Very useful for that.
Yeah, I've got a lot of clients who are like that.
Cool. You'd like the, the Integra training that I was doing anyway. Matty done, Dan done, Sam's done. You'd really like that. He's all about that.
Yeah.
You know, like taking a joint, looking at it in its own right with the forces that are going through it.
Yeah.
And saying, what does it matter if it is a squat, a quad extension, a knee over toe, a knee not over toe. Yeah. The argument I always gave for knees over toes years ago when it was a big thing is look at your Olympic weightlifters.
They're ridiculous then.
Landing with like a 200 kilogram clean on them, and their knees are...
They're literally like they're squishing the calves, don't they, when they're doing it? It's like, you can't get depth without doing it. On most things.
But then someone uses the same argument and goes, well, they can squat ass to grass, and they're jacked, so therefore we should all squat ass to grass.
It's not.
We'd all be jacked.
It's not one size fits all, is it?
Exactly. I think like once you open that nugget and you hit that nail on the head, like life as a coach, a PT is so much better. Yeah. You know? To be honest, you probably should be a coach in PT until you hit that on the head.
That's one thing I want to look into more. Like, I understand what to do. I need to understand why it's the way to do it and stuff. Like, I just follow what a lot of people do, which is understand the biomechanics and what muscles are working. That's what I'm looking into a bit more.
And to be fair, like knowing what people do is without knowing the why is what lots of coaches do, and you can get quite far with that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And you can get lucky and have some clients who have great results of it, and then you can get incredibly unlucky with one person who doesn't fit them on the first day and they're in trouble. But you're young, you've just started, you're way younger or way more early in your career than some of us are, so to be thinking like you're thinking now, honestly, you don't need to worry about it, you'll be fine.
Appreciate that. When you said I would have you on cast, I don't think so. Like, Oh, you bastard.
Go. That's it, done there. Safety bar on.
Is it?
Yep, sweet.
It's already on.
And then next set, just do on 80.
Right, yeah.
I'll stay on that.
Ooh.
And then we'll drop to somewhere between 10, 15, maybe 20.
Got you.
On the ramp there.
Oh. Big veiny calves. That's one thing.
Look at this, look at the size difference. So like, can you see which one's bigger?
Left one.
Yeah.
What you got to eat now? How many calories you got in?
Actually not that much. I'm going to have Jaffa cakes. It's like 500 calories a pack. They're the easiest consumable calories that I've come across.
Really?
Jaffa cakes.
I need to get on the Jaffa cakes then.
Nobody should be eating Jaffa cakes unless they're on a massively high calorie, because you just suck them, they're like air.
Yeah.
Just...
I remember when I was playing football, if I was ever on the bench, it would be pack a Jaffa cakes to myself and just play jelly babies.
Yeah. Jaffa cakes to shake and then a meal. Yeah. So nothing particularly fancy. And then tonight I'll be catching up. My evening meals are getting quite big now.
Yeah, I'm starving now, I need to get some, but I am absolutely knackered. I was a little bit more intense than what I'm used to be fair, training with a big fella.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I enjoyed that.
Good to play around with a few ranges, look at your knees and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Learning off you, learning off me. It's nice. It's good to train with different people.
No, definitely. If you're ever in Newcastle, definitely check. I've already trained with Matty. I'll put Matty's video up here as well, but the know the stuff here. There's a lot of PTs, obviously, you get in the industry who don't know the ins and outs and the reasons behind stuff, but this place is definitely somewhere to check out. But I'll put Finn's Instagram in the bio, you're going to be a little bit more active on Instagram. I'll tag him in it, but thank you very much, mate. Very good.
Yeah.
Trying to get some food.